Where do we even start trying to understand this whole landscape? It seems complex.
It is, yeah. The data science world is definitely changing rapidly. It's being pushed forward by constant innovation, but also this huge demand, right?
Wow.
Businesses need people who can actually turn data into action. And as companies rely more and more on data for decisions, we're seeing these roles become much more specific, more specialized. Your sources really highlight 4 roles that seem particularly crucial for where things are heading. So that's where we'll focus today's deep dive.
All right, let's get into those roles then. First one, machine learning engineer. What's their main job, their place in this evolving world?
Right. The machine learning engineers, or MLEs, think of them as the bridge. They take the theoretical models maybe from researchers or data scientists, and they make them work in the real world. What's really key here, I think, is that they handle the entire life cycle of an ML model, from the very beginning to the very end.
The whole life cycle. Wow. What does that actually involve, like day to day?
Well, it kicks off with getting the data ready. That means pre-processing, cleaning it up, organizing all that raw info, dealing with missing values, getting it into the right format, normalizing it. Then comes building the actual models, selecting algorithms, training them on the data, tuning them so they perform well. And a really big piece is testing and validation, making sure the model's accurate, reliable, using the right metrics like accuracy or precision, or maybe means squared error depending on the task, and fixing problems like overfitting, when it works on the test data but fails in the real world.
Okay, and once it's tested and ready,
yeah,
they actually put it to work.
Exactly. Deployment is a huge part of it. Integrating these models into the company's live systems, and that often means working really closely with software developers. But it doesn't stop there. They're constantly monitoring how the model's doing, retraining it with new data, and making sure it can scale up and run efficiently.
So it's not just building it, but keeping it alive and healthy, basically.
Right. Precisely.
Yeah.
And that requires a lot of communication. Constant collaboration with data scientists, other engineers, and this is crucial, with the business leaders. They need to be able to translate business needs into technical specs for the AI and then explain what the model can and can't do back to the non-technical folks.
Can you give some examples? What kind of real-world problems are they tackling with this end-to-end approach?
Yeah, your sources mention things like predicting when factory equipment might break down based on sensor data, or forecasting customer demand using sales history to optimize, say, inventory or logistics. Their skill lies in picking the right algorithm for that specific business challenge and making it work reliably.
Sounds like a mix of skills. Is it mostly about the coding, or is there a lot of deep theoretical stuff involved too?
That's a really important point. While coding, especially Python, is absolutely essential for building things, the foundation is deeply rooted in math and statistics. Understanding concepts like probability, linear algebra, distributions. That's not just academic for an MLE. It directly shapes how they choose, build, and fine-tune models. They're basically translating math into code.
Okay, so when we look at their technical toolkit, what are the must-haves?
Python is number one, absolutely. You might see R mentioned sometimes, especially for stats work. Then for building the models, particularly deep learning, frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch are standard. Scikit-learn is huge for more, let's say, classical ML tasks. And for deploying and managing these models at scale, cloud platforms are vital. Amazon SageMaker, Azure Machine Learning, Google Cloud Platform, they need to know these. But beyond the tools, like we said, that solid grasp of the underlying math, linear algebra, calculus, probability theory, stats, that's what allows them to really understand why things work, not just use a library.
And what about the non-technical side, those soft skills for collaboration?
Oh, definitely. Strong analytical thinking, obviously, problem-solving skills. But communication is just paramount. Being able to explain really complex technical ideas clearly, both to other techies and to business stakeholders, that's key.
Okay, sounds challenging but really impactful. So what does the career progression look like for an MLE?
The path seems pretty well defined. You'd usually start as a junior MLE, move up to an ML engineer role, then senior. After that, it can branch into management, like an ML engineering manager, or more technical leadership, like an ML architect.
In the overall job market, is the demand really there?
Exceptionally strong seems to be the consensus, high demand, and it's projected to stay that way. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts really significant growth, like 26% over the next decade for related roles, much faster than average. The whole AI and ML market itself is just booming, expected to be massive globally pretty soon. I think the key insight here is that waiting that entire model lifecycle from data prep all the way through deployment and maintenance, that's a seriously valuable skill set. It's not just about building clever models. It's about creating AI systems that are reliable, scalable, and actually drive business value. That combination of deep statistical know-how and practical engineering muscle, that's what's driving the demand and the high paychecks. A strong theoretical base is definitely valued alongside the hands-on skills.
Okay, that makes sense. So if the MLEs are building and deploying the models, who's wrangling all the data needed to feed them? That sounds like a huge job in itself.
That's exactly where the data engineer fits in. Given this rapid evolution and all these diverse paths and specializations opening up in data science, how do you decide? Which qualification method, which area of focus feels like the right one for you as you look towards your future in this data-driven world?